Ariel Helwani post-fight at UFC 146 alongside Dan Hardy, who knocked out Duane Ludwig tonight in the very first round. And Dan, congratulations on what must feel so great for you. You had that moment where you sort of kissed the cage right after the knockout. Take us back to that moment and how you felt.
You know, this week, to be honest, I've just enjoyed being a UFC fighter. You know, I went 4-up in my first four fights, then lost 4. So tonight, you know, effectively was like my first fight in the UFC again. You know, back on the undercard for the first time since UFC 89, and just really trying to enjoy the process and appreciating being in the arena and the fans, and you know, just the atmosphere and everything. And to get a win inside the octagon feels like nothing else. So I just wanted to appreciate the canvas itself.
Did you forget the feeling? It's been so long. I mean, it's almost been 3 years. Did you forget how that felt?
You know, I did, yeah. I mean, I've been watching a few of my older fights to try and, you know, remind myself how good it feels. But to be honest, you know, I've improved so much since the, you know, those fights that it was difficult to connect with that guy that I was watching on the tapes. You know, I watched the Swick fight again, I watched the Davis fight, and I'm a completely different guy now. You know, physically and mentally, I've got, you know, a whole new skill set that I unfortunately didn't get to show tonight. But yeah, I mean, it's a familiar feeling that I've not felt in a long time.
You said on the show earlier this week that you almost came to terms with the fact that after maybe the Johnson fight, even the Lytle fight, that it may be over. Do you think that sort of helped take some of the pressure off you?
It did, yeah, because, you know, to be honest, after the Johnson fight, I got back to the dressing room. I sat there for a few minutes. I was exhausted and beaten up and just real down on myself. And, you know, 3rd loss in a row, I automatically assumed that was my UFC career coming to a close. So I kind of began a mourning process that week, and you know, kind of getting over the fact that you know, I might not be stepping in there again, at least for a while. So I kind of started thinking about, you know, my other options, what I could do, you know, after I finished fighting, and that started to get me excited about, you know, the rest of the world out there, which I kind of don't take into account when I'm training for a fight. So the pressure, to be honest, was off tonight, knowing that, you know, I've kind of got this other shot that I maybe shouldn't have got. I was on borrowed time, and you know, what will be will be. You know, nobody expected anything on me because obviously I've had such a bad streak recently, so it's good. Yeah,
it was very impressive, but I must say I'm a little disappointed, and I think Lorenzo Fertitta is as well, because you changed the walkout music. What's going on there? Did you feel as though you had been through enough with that song and it was time to retire it? You
know, I love that song, and that band, you know, Cocksparrow, all the guys are awesome. And I've always loved that song, and I'm sure I will use it again in the future. But, you know, tonight felt different, and it needed a different feel for me. The problem is, you know, everybody expects that song, and the walkout is quite important to me. I need to either feel like, you know, feel like I'm at my old self, which is going to win fights, or I need to feel completely different. And the old self that was winning fights has been disappeared for 2 years. So I just needed a refresher for a while.
And I don't know if you know this, but this is a huge night for Nottingham, England, because Carl Froch also picked up a huge win, winning via TKO over Lucien Butte. And there are rumors that there's a fight card coming up, UFC fight card in Nottingham in around September. Is that where your sights are right now?
You know, I never thought the UFC would come to Nottingham, to be honest. It would be awesome. I mean, I love that city, and my whole family are there. It's a great arena. You know, I watch ice hockey there most weeks, and always got a good atmosphere. Great place to put a fight show. I've seen Carl Froch fight there a bunch of times, and it's always good. So it'd be an honor to fight there, it really would.
Well, congrats to you, Dan. A huge win for you. Very happy for you, and looking forward to the next one.
Thank you.